Nice balance.
If you don't give a fuck about us, it'll prove me right, and it's about to take it. I gotta move on with my life, and I guess every day could've fooled me and faking. I have GPS way lying, I'm taping, eating curry gold, it's Jamaican. A little lost still, I'm awake, and I'm marching the whales out in wheels, and I'm wailing. My eyes are vacant, I'm daily breaking, I'm suicidal, I've been forsaken. I'm motivated, the games he playing, the money's here now, come through and take it. At the library, Ronald Regan, Memo Cafe eating Vietnamazing. It's afternoon now and I'm in a new state. I was so wrong, give me a new slate. How you told me, how could I know, babe? I know that you know me, in love with your dog face. I need you to hold this, and you're rolling your gold face. This is forever love, we're taking ghost face. I don't know, babe, and we got a baby, and I could afford this, I know we both change. Now that you hit a wall, breaking it down. You need serenity, now you're home safe. It's my fault, babe. I was so wrong. It's my fault, babe. I was so wrong. It's my fault, babe. I was so wrong. It's my fault, babe, I was so wrong. Thinking about you every night, thinking about you every day. A lot of things left to do, a lot of things left to say. I'ma leave you and escape, blow my mind away today. Never mind, I just ain't the way. Never mind, I think I'll save your place. Can you write me a letter? I just bought me a shotgun, about to pull the lever on myself. Though I'm not done, it's life worth living. I just wish that we talk some. Talking to a stranger, we are best friends now. Don't know something bigger in the water, we can dock some. We can do it if you want to take some. You got fun staying in a motel, sis. What the fuck? It's on you to tell me what you want, not some bum. Keep it all together, cause I know you're coming undone.
Because of the way this society is organized, because of the violence that exists on the surface everywhere, you have to expect that there are going to be such explosions. You have to expect things like that as reactions. If you are a black person and live in the black community all your life and walk out on the street every day seeing white policemen surrounding you. When I was living in Los Angeles, for instance, long before the situation in LA ever occurred, I was constantly stopped. No, the police didn't know who I was, but I was a black woman. I had a natural, and they, I suppose, thought that I might be a quote militant. And when you live under a situation like that constantly, and then you ask me, whether I approve of violence. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense at all. Whether I approve of guns. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Some very, very good friends of mine were killed by bombs that were planted by racists. I remember from the time I was very small, I remember the sounds of bombs exploding across the street, our house shaking. I remember my father having to have guns at his disposal at all times because of the fact that at any moment someone we might expect to be attacked. The man who was at that time in complete control of the city government, his name was Bull Connor, would often get on the radio and make statements like, niggas have moved into a white neighborhood, we better expect some bloodshed tonight. And sure enough, there would be bloodshed. After the 4 young girls who lived, one of them lived next door to me. I was very good friends with the sister of another one. My sister was very good friends with all 3 of them. My mother taught one of them in her class. My mother, in fact, when the bombing occurred, one of the mothers of one of the young girls called my mother and said, can you take me down to the church to pick up Carol? We heard about the bombing and I don't have my car. And they went down, and what did they find? They found limbs and heads strewn all over the place. And then after that, in my neighborhood, all of the men organized themselves into an armed patrol. They had to take their guns and patrol our community every night because they did not want that to happen again. I mean, that's why when someone asks me about violence, I just find it incredible. What it means is that the person who's asking that question has absolutely no idea what black people have gone through, what black people have experienced in this country since the time the first black person was kidnapped from the shores of Africa.
In this period, the pain to remain the same outweighed the pain to change. I see that the time period brought on an evolution, and it's contagious like hot coals. One ignites the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. When you get tired enough, it's when you begin to want to sacrifice everything inside of you. The fear just leaves. This is what happened in this time period.